Good day, fish tankers. As you know, I love making my rounds of my local aquarium stores just so I can get some new material for the channel. But I thought, let me just do a video about fish that I saw around about this last year that are either new in the South African hobby or old favorites that's made a return after a long absence, or sometimes just some plain old oddball or interesting fish. If that sounds like a plan for you, then stick around and let's just look at some fish today. Now here's an interesting one, the Bowie catfish, also called the African striped glass catfish. It's a catfish that grows to about 4 inches, so it doesn't grow too big, but it's not tiny either. So it'll need a reasonably sized aquarium, and they like being in numbers. And I think it's a nice shoaling catfish. It used to be being bottom feeders. Then this one is called a rosy loach. It's a little nano loach. We used to have bigger ones like the clown loaches and the yo-yo loaches, but this is a tiny little loach that likes to be in a small group, and they color up in a rosy color if they are in a more established aquarium. So here's a little nano loach that I've seen very few of here in South Africa, but this might be interesting if you have a small tank and you just want a group of loaches. So that's the rosy loach. Then here we know the sparkling gourami. That's a nice little nano gourami, but it's got a cousin that you don't often see here in South Africa, and that's a croaking gourami. They make a sort of a croaking noise, I'm told. I've never actually heard it before myself, but in a small group I'm told they'll make this little funny noise. If you've ever heard about that, then if you ever heard that noise, then let us know in the comments. Then a night goby, you don't see them often here, and it's a fish that can be a brackish water or a freshwater fish. Very interesting looking fish that. And sticking on to that subject, the glass goby is also something. These Typhodon gobies, freshwater gobies that you don't see often in South Africa. I think I've just seen them once or twice, but this was also something that caught my eye while I was doing the rounds of the shop. And there is the little goby sitting on its perch. I would imagine you have to feed them up a bit. And this is one that's brand new to me, the golden dwarf barb. I like cherry barbs because they're peaceful, but I'm told these are also very peaceful. We used to proceed with caution with barbs that either grow very big or they fin nippy. Then here we've got the striped eel catfish. This is a marine or saltwater fish, but I did some research. They grow to about a foot long, and they are fast moving fish that like to be in a big shoal, so that's not for the average hobbyist. You're going to need a very big tank long term. Then the Mexican dwarf crayfish. Look at these fellas. Tell me in the comment section, can you trust these critters with your small fish, you know, your neon tetras and the like, at night when the lights go off? I wonder. They look a bit suspect to me. Then these I really like, the rainbow shiner. You can see there they grow to a very nice color when they're in breeding form, the males. And it's something that's quite common for you guys in America, but it's something we don't often see here in South Africa. I started seeing them more over the last year, and that's a bucket list fish for me as well. They like cooler water. Then the bamboo shrimp, these large filter feeding but peaceful shrimp. They are not new in the hobby, but I just find them an interesting oddball. They like sitting there by the filter outlets, and you've got to remember to feed them fine food that'll get into the water column, but they can filter with those fans that they have as hands. So that is the bamboo shrimp. Now if we go on, you'll see next to the bamboo shrimp here on the moss ball there's a Thai micro crab. Very interesting little thing. I haven't seen much of them in South Africa. I think this is the only time I spotted them. And then we've got the vampire shrimp. Also sort of a filter feeder. The fans are a bit smaller than the bamboo shrimp, but they're also very interesting. They've got this translucent appearance about them. You know, maybe not everybody's taste, but I do find them quite fascinating. I like these slightly larger crustaceans. Then there's a new danio in town, and that's the glow light danio, not to be confused with the genetically engineered glow danios. This is a natural fish, or that's how they occur, and this is the glow light danio. Then another danio is the spotted danio, not to be confused with a leopard danio. You see the spots are much more distinct here. I kind of like the look of this danio. I might do it in a new project that I'm planning. But I like the goldish sheen on the body, and the spots are very distinct, much better than the leopard danio. Then the Vietnamese cardinal is a little fish that I think will look nice in any nano tank or bigger tank, and that's what they look like. Very similar to a white cloud mountain minnow, but just a little bit different. Couldn't get not a good light on this aquarium. I had to do the insert. Then we have a Malayan angel, or the mono as we simply call them, Monodactylus argenteus. It's a brackish water to marine fish, so they can go in full-on seawater or brackish water. You know, you just mustn't put them directly from the one to the other. Interesting shoaling fish, fast moving. I've always liked the look of this fish. It's been out of hobby for a long time, and I suddenly spotted them again. Here's another fish that I love, the wagtail platy. This particular color variety I haven't seen in a long time, and then last year or end of last year I saw them again in a shop in Gauteng. I love this color variety with the black fins, really beautiful to me. And here's another blast from the past that I suddenly saw again, the western rainbow fish. I kept them as a youngster and I saw them once again. Well, that's it from me, fish tankers. Please remember to subscribe, and until I see you again, take good care of those domestic denizens of the deep. Mm-hmm.